Okay guys, so in this video I'm going to try to take whatever is in this cart, take it out, pretty much put it somewhere else. It doesn't need to be here. I've traveled around different houses with, you know, has our moves and all that with this cart and literally don't use anything that's in it. I think I went through it when I got here the last time I did the try to clean out thing, and it's just again stuff I don't use, and it's in the way of these drawers coming out, you know, these things. Stuff on the floor I need to go through, and I really want to show you. I'm going to take that cart then and use it somewhere else, but I'll talk about that in just a minute. But yeah, so I used to always have all these Anna Griffin things just sitting up on top, and now I have other things, but it was ridiculous. I couldn't really get to them. I mean, I could and couldn't. It was just kind of a pain. So what I did was I brought over all my Crafter's Companion stuff that used to be like in here mostly, and I put those up here, because then that way whatever it is I can pull it out and use it, the ultimate card making companion, those kind of things. These guys are really big, they didn't fit in here. I guess they could fit facing this way, but so these are all like the china cabinet things, or finishing school Anna Griffin stuff, and then box, you know, like for the card making, and then just like these little things where now I can get them really easily and use them, so I think that's great. I'll probably get rid of whatever's in these things too, but it's hard for me to know what's in them. This one I can open, but the other ones are totally blocked. And what I want to do is, let's see, let me go to my other area and I'll show you what I want to do. You know, I sit here, and this is, I'm sorry I use a lower quality camera because the other one is just here and I don't like taking it down, so it's just here. It's a little messy from stuff I've been doing, sorry. I had cleaned it off and I've been doing pretty well cleaning it off, and then I keep the expressions to there. Yay! Anyway, so I've been putting all my scrap papers in here. Whenever I need paper, I just reach over and grab it. I have my inks and things like that. So what I'm going to do is take that cart and put these things in the cart. That way I have this to actually use as a rolling cart. It's not really meant for this kind of thing, but I've been using it for the last like over a year, and it's been great. You know, it holds all kinds of stuff, you know, and then behind it I have other things that, and I just move this away. Oopsie. Oh yeah, see how easy? No, I just roll this away if I need to get to my other inks. So my plan is to get everything out of this, put it into that blue cart, get rid of whatever's in the blue cart, or at least put it other places. And then I'll have more leeway to do other things, and then clear this whole thing off right here, even though I really use all these tools, but I don't use all of the tools that are in here. So I'm like, okay, what do I normally use? And I'll try to keep that on the top of the cart, the blue cart. And then this area, when I clean it off, I will put my Joy here. Joy! The Cricut Joy, once I open it. But I'll put the box there for now. Alright, so let me set up a tripod and see if you guys can sit with me a little bit. At least we'll kind of go through. I'm going to pull that card out and I'll bring it over here, and then we'll start. Card out. I'm going to have to get some kind of like plastic tub. I have one available actually, so I'll probably go grab that, and it's a big guy. So what I'll do is, like these guys I'm not going to put in the garage. I don't like putting paper products in the garage. And people say, oh well, anything you put out there is obviously going to, yeah, I just am really strict about paper. Everything else, you know, it's fine. You know, I have like this little thing from Close to My Heart when I used to sell that stuff, and it's like a little cute thing about distressing things. I don't know if you can see the stuff that's in there. Yeah, I just need to find a different spot for that. Some of these kits, I don't know. I'll find a different spot. Again, paper I don't like putting out there. I think I've shown you guys these the last time I did this kind of thing, but since then I haven't really used anything in here. What's funny is the most thing I have used the most of is the brads, and I was joking about how I know you have brads and bust them out, but I have been using the brads. So with little projects, it's usually like the plain brads, but I need them, right? This is all embroidery stuff, all of this, so that can definitely just go somewhere else. So I'm just going to go through this. I don't know how valuable this video is. I just thought, because sometimes people like to see my stuff. I don't know if anything is even going to be destashed, but these are the kind of things later I'm like, what happened to it? I want to buy it again. The Sweet Treats Paper Crafting Collection. This is stuff that you can print out from Crafter's Companion, and then supposedly, you know, go back to the Sweet Treats embossing boards, or, you know, or boards, and then that kind of thing. Ulti cards, Ulti boxes, and I even bought this separately because I'm a crazy person. Never opened them, and I don't know. I think I even have some of these that came with the boards initially, you know. But yeah, so it's all, you know, my little So Easy. So I'm going to get all these things and literally just take them out. There's beading stuff in here. Oh, good! I was looking for my little foam memo printer. They had sent it for review a while back, and my husband was using it in his planner. I'm like, hey, that's my, you know, hey, that's mine. I just thought it was funny. He's like, where's that thing that you reviewed? And so he uses it. But he left it here. I told him to go ahead and take it with him, but either way, he left it here, and I have I was looking for the printer, this kind, the smaller labels. Cool. So what's interesting about this stuff, I'll tell you real quick, it's thermal paper. So basically however it prints out pictures, words, whatever. It heats up, you know what I'm saying, because it's thermal. It's like a receipt from like CVS, you know, the way it's not ink. And then, you know, after a while it fades. But the ones from CVS obviously are cheaper, like your grocery store. These guys supposedly last 5 to 10 years, 20 years, it depends. This one doesn't say on exactly how much. But, so it's a fun little thing. I mean, you put it in your planner, it might fade away later. It depends on heat. If it gets a lot of heat on it, that's when it heats up and it'll turn completely black, basically, or just fade away. So, I keep most of my things in my house, so it's, I'm not too afraid that, even the labels I did make before, or like my Miranda started playing and made a lot of stickers, they still look great. So, and she put them on her door in her room and stuff, and they're just fine. I do have a company actually sending me another one. So you'll see a video on that soon. I think it's like Munbean or something. I don't know. But you can find them on Amazon. But yeah, so this is good. I'm so happy to see that. See? All right. Well, I'm already one thing I'm happy to see. And beading stuff. You know, I never even open these up, as you can see, because they're held by this stuff. But there are things on the top that I did use. I do like this little thing, though. I think I have another one, because I remember opening this before. Yeah, so I'll just take whatever's in here out. Not that many things at the bottom. I can see there's just a couple boxes, and then we'll start bringing this stuff in from the other areas. Empty now. I did leave a pack of transparency paper there. What's funny about that stuff is I don't know that I can really use that as acetate because it kind of yellows. Remember, like after a while, it's not the best quality stuff. But what I'm going to do, oh my gosh, I don't even know. I don't know if that space is deep enough for the paper I want to get out of. Sorry, I'm just gonna, the paper that's in here. Actually, at the very bottom is a big tub. I'm just going to unzip this and pull the whole tub out because it's just a tub of paper, but I keep sticking more paper on top of it, and it looks like that. So, let me do that real quick and see about how much space it's going to take. What I did was I went through all these things and separated out the papers by like colors, like that's trash. Big packs of paper I'll probably just put together. But I mean, look at these scraps, because scrapbookers is what we do. Like, I don't need this. That's Anna Griffin paper, but I was like, oh yeah. That little circle's not going to do anything. So what I had done initially was some kind of gloves that came with something I had to put together. What is this? I don't know. Okay, so like little scraps like this. If they're black and gray and, you know, whatever colors, I would put them together. I put together the purple ones, the pink ones, however. And then, so I'm going to go through and do that again. And in here, look, it went from green to blue to supposedly yellow, orange, all these different colors. And now I just have stuff shoved in here. And it's horrible. Again, it's nice to have scraps, but I don't have to keep every single scrap, you know? But, so I'm going to go through again, like these gold papers. I just put a gold one up here, but apparently they're back here. Like, that's a bigger piece, obviously. And, you know, I have some heat-resistant acetate. What happened to this? Oh, it's just the packaging. You know, so yeah, I'm just going to go through this and try to arrange this a little bit nicer and see if it fits in that second tier of the cart. If it does not, then I'll have to figure something else out. I plan to keep that the way it is. It's not going to fit in that second thing. You think it would, and maybe it might if these papers weren't sticking up out. But you know what? I'm not going to worry about that too much right now. Maybe I need to, though. Because my plan was to get these guys so I can get them easily, right? So if I have these, oh god, something else is going to fall. Down here, along with other tools that I use often, it might be harder for me to get them. Or maybe not. Yeah, because there's some plates and things that I don't really use often that I can put towards the back and put the other things in the front. And then there's still that bottom rack. Okay, well let me continue and seeing what I can do here. Okay, so I need to put these back on my rack over here. Oh, I need to dust that off, obviously clean that off. And yeah, so that's the joy. Still in the box. So yeah, so I emptied this out, so that's good. And she was carrying a lot of weight, poor thing. I think, you know, there was a lot of stuff in here if you think about it, especially because there's stuff inside of here from when I got this rolling cart whenever Crafts Companion did some one of their like mystery things, and it was only like $75 plus like my 20 or 30 whatever percentage off it was at the time that I used to do with Crafts Companion. So I'm gonna let this thing rest now. This is heavy. I mean, even unhooking this, I don't know if you can tell the weight that it just wants to fall down. Oh hey, that's funny. There's the lid to the glue that I've been missing. Remember, like, where's my glue lid? Glue lid? Yeah. Anyway, so that's empty. What is in here, actually? I think it's a bunch of paper, to be honest, because this is really heavy. Whatever that they had sent along, yeah, it's just a bunch of stuff. Anyway, I don't really go too many places, obviously, especially right now, you know, hopefully soon. But what I usually do with things like this is, like, I have one full of spellbinders. I have one with art impressions. You know, I'll probably fill this with something else that I have enough of to fill that, but not too much that, you know, it's just not, doesn't make sense to put it in there, right? So there's different companies that I have a few of their things. So I'll probably do that. And then I still have a whole bottom rack left here. Look at this. I did switch it out, so I needed this space. There's no way I can grab these tools if they were in that middle section. So again, all my little inks that I usually grab, these are all the cutting plates for like Anna Griffin Empress, which I always had like this. I do have some mats. I picked them up that first time I had gotten the Cricut Joy, but I didn't return them because of what's the point. So I still have some mats for that, so that's good. They're tucked in here. My little inks from LDRS. Everything else I normally use all the time, it'll just be here. And then the papers are down here. And this is going to be just scrap papers. I had a lot of papers in there that were just like packs of paper, which I usually keep somewhere else. So I'm going to put those packs of paper somewhere else, and this will just be for scraps. I have an empty space at the bottom, which I'm going to fill up, I'm sure, right now with something else, because there's plenty to go in there. So I'll be right back. Sorry about how dark it is. The sun, you know, I have my overhead, and the sun's coming from this direction. But yeah, so this isn't bad. So the bottom, I tell you guys, I've been using these quite often, and I'm sorry if earlier in the video I had ashy arms. I just noticed. I was like, just working, guys, and maybe my hair isn't even like, who knows what all you saw. But anyway, these are in here, and then that little toolkit from Close to My Heart, which I should probably use more often for distressing and doing fun things. I put it back here. I found this little Queen and Company set, which is super cute. It just has a bunch of little embellishments, which reminded me that I have a whole tub of drops, Nuvo drops. So I put them there. That way they're easier for me to get. I'll probably even take the lid off just so I can grab them as I want to use them. But so I put those there for now because I didn't know what else to put there. That probably will change. And so now whenever I want, you know, I'm here working, I can move this away easily, grab my inks, because I know it's hard to see. So that's where I keep, whenever you guys see me like reach for a cutting tool or my scoreboard, it's basically underneath me in a magazine rack. That's just kind of how I keep them. That's just how it works for me, you know. Anyway, all the inks and those kind of things. And those are all specialty papers, so like watercolor, acetate, stuff like that. And I'll just move it back. And then once I open up this joy, she'll be sitting here and be ready to go. So, alright guys, well thanks for doing a little something with me, keeping me company. I was also listening to some YouTube videos. Oh, funny enough, at the very bottom of this box, I'm like, what is this? Or this cart. I think I've run into this before with you guys, and I still just put it back away. It's Anna Griffin. And these are templates, I think? Platform punch instructions. So it's a platform punch, which, as you can see, I've never used, so I only have 2 designs to go along with it. There's a handle. I don't even know what's going on here. It kind of reminds me of Martha Stewart's puncher on the page where you have the magnet and you punch. But you know, I should probably try using it. Oh yeah, this will be next week's Bust It Out. Let's do that. So let me put this back in here in a way that fits again. And I will bust this out next week. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you at the next one. Oh, and the other thing I was going to say, since I moved this over here, there's a big nice space over there where I can actually open those drawers, those baskets. Of course, my intention, or not my intention, my impetus will be to put something in there, but I will not, because otherwise there's no getting to those baskets. So why are they even taking up room in here, right? So, alright guys, I will resist temptation. There are quite a few little bits and doodads here I need to put away or find somewhere for them, but other than that, I think I'm pretty happy. Alright guys, I'll see you at the next one. Bye now.